money moves with Myth 2.0, the podcast. And always remember, gentlemen, it's a mother movie. So today we're gonna be reacting to one of those I got fired videos. You know, these videos are running rapid. You know, now we gotta catch some. We gotta react to a couple of them. You know, so guys, make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. And let's hop straight into the content.
Them, but for you, like you're like, this is not it, and they're like, you wanna, turn, right? Mm-hmm. I think for me, and this is a personal. This is not. I'm not telling you to do this by any means, but personally, when I used to feel that way, if I felt like things weren't just right and I wasn't good, I used to make sure I made the decision. Right? Mm-hmm. I never waited for no one else to make that decision for me. I never waited or played around with it. Usually I was spot on when I felt a certain way, and that was that. I had one bad manager, well, two. One in my early 20s, and one right before I joined. Clearly I made a decision to leave, and I had a heart-to-heart with that manager, and it wasn't comfortable for me, even though I'm very boisterous and have no problem with confronting anything.
I wanna know, like, these people gotta know that they're about to get fired, because why are you recording, waiting on the phone call, recording? You know, I think a lot of these people know that Trump is basically doing his job and getting rid of people who basically don't really benefit or really is not doing nothing, trying to get the money right for the. And a lot of these workers are expecting these phone calls. So, because my thing is, why are you like recording? You getting fired? Like, it's crazy, bro.
And anybody, but I think at that moment was the first time I walked away from a huge career with a company that I spent close to a decade with. And this one new manager was on my nerves, and I had to tell him he was on my nerves. Right? So I've been where you are, is what I'm saying. And when folks are not clear and they hesitate to own their shortcomings, right, wrong, or indifferent, it makes it difficult for you as an employee to trust them. It's easy for a manager to say they don't trust an employee, but what we also got to remember too is that not all employees trust their managers. Yeah. And that's a true reality. Then the best thing from a professional standpoint is,
like if I know that I'm getting fired, then I don't even want to talk to this lady on the phone. Like, the lady's trying to basically, I feel like a lot of these HRs, when they gotta put somebody on leave, people probably will break down, get emotional and stuff. So she's basically trying to make her feel better about the situation of her getting let go from this company. So she's trying to put herself in her shoes, so she'll feel better. But like, once you're fired, there's nothing you can do about it. Like, I wouldn't want to listen to that. That would make me feel like they're just running a sob story to me. Like, okay, I'm fired. All right, click.
I would say resign, because you'll always be rehireable.
I do want to ask you, like, on a side note, how did you just gain that confidence, I guess, to like just let that manager know? Like, how? Because I tried to do that yesterday and I got called defensive.
So it's all about, I don't know, your people skill level, because talking to me, you seem like you completely got great people skills. So my thing is, you have to meet people where they are.
So what? She tried to tell a manager, communicate something to a manager on the job, and it came off the wrong way. I don't know. Well, let's see what she's talking about.
Hi guys. So I don't know why I'm smiling so much, but
Yeah, for a lot of people, it's just like the young guy at the on the homeless shelter video. He was all talking to people, telling them his business and stuff. He was smiling. He just couldn't stop smiling. I'm like, you are in no situation to be smiling, bro. Like, it's like they don't take this stuff seriously.
um, hey y'all. So a little bit earlier, y'all heard a conversation. I was speaking with someone at work, and she was just really giving me like the motivation and talking to me and like telling me it was actually like HR, and I've never had HR who was that kind. So, um, shortly after that, her advice, she was like, I want you to get ahead of this. And I called my friend and I was like, should I quit? Like, I don't want to quit. I was like toying with it so much. And when the lady was like, you should get ahead of it, I just didn't know what to do. So I was thinking about it. Um, just continue with work. And then,
I don't know about you guys, but it irks me when I see a modern American black woman with all this her weave and her hair, and then she takes it down like it's her hair, but it's not. It's like, oh my God, it just cringes me. Like the sound of it. Like, you know how like BS hair has a sound to it. It sounds like um, plastic rubbing together. You know, that's what I'm getting.
and literally, I kid you not, 30 minutes later, my manager got on a call with her manager. HR was not even on the call, and I got fired. So I'm feeling like Dochi. I got fired today, and everyone's like, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry. And it's like, I'm sorry too that I had to go through that, because if I can tell you,
You see a lot of people be expecting people to, coddle them and stuff like that. Like, they got all these friends on the job, everybody has your back and stuff like that. But in reality, the only person that really matters is you, because like you come there, you clock in, you put in your time, and then you're supposed to go home. But when it starts to get personal, where you and the manager is having issues or whatever like that, um, then that's something that should have been avoided, or she should have quit and or wrote a grievance, or just told him to his face how she felt. But I don't know. I feel like she's not telling the whole story, like, of the confrontation with her and her manager, because why would she get fired over it? But let's keep it moving.
out that the last 4 or 5 months at that company have been literal hell. It's been literal hell. I mean,
Well, I say, guys, it's all about mental. Mental. Her mind wasn't even at this job. She said it's been mental hell. If your mind is thinking that it's hell, and your mind thinking that it's crazy, and I don't have a purpose, and what's the purpose of this and stuff like that, then you're not gonna, do the best you can do on the job, on the job. So let's keep it moving.
like such a toxic micromanaging manager. It's like from the day I started, it's like she didn't trust me. Like from the day I started, she was like, you need to put everything in this document. I need to know every inch of everything that you're doing, and I need to be CC'd on all of your emails, and you need to respond within 30 minutes. Like, I was like, okay. I've been in this field for the last 5 years, and you're probably the worst manager I've had. And it's so crazy because I remember my second month, I went to HR on her because I was like, oh yeah, no, she's a little crazy. Like something's going on, which makes sense because
And a lot of times, like I said, a lot of times, a lot of these managers will be older people who be in their 40s, 50s, and they haven't figured it out yet. And they try to put their downfalls on you. So this probably was a prime example of somebody who was probably older in a more authoritative getting authoritative pay over management, and a lot of times people feel just because they're making $5, $10, $20 more than you that they can be all over you and stuff like that, and just but like I said, a lot of African American people have made it bad. So a lot of times when managers see us, they already think they know us. So it's up to you to change their perspective on you. But let's keep it moving.
Because everyone's like, well, not everyone. When I got back from Ghana, like somebody on another team had called me and was like, "Yeah, your team was a dumpster fire before you got on the team. Apparently, they had fired the whole team, got a new team, and then when I started, and like me and four other girls started at the same time, literally same start date. 3 girls quit on the team, and so I was just like, oh my gosh, like it sucks not having a job now. Like it sucks not having a job, knowing the job market, but I feel so like
No, but the thing about it is, guys, a lot of people give their all to these companies. They be with these companies for multiple years, and they think that this is gonna last forever. And then once the unexpected happens, they get their checks. Every time they get their checks, they go and splurge, spend, get a better car with a bigger bill, bigger house with a bigger bill, and now they're caught in a loop of paying bills, so they can never actually accumulate any type of money because they were living above their means, and then now, no soon something happens, they don't know what to do. And it's happening more often where we're seeing women, men, and they getting fired from their jobs, and they're like, "Oh, it's unfair," and I don't know, not one time life has been all the way fair. Like sometimes people are not going to understand you personally. Sometimes people are not going to like you personally. Sometimes they will understand you. They will like you. But in the peak of people doing the opposite, it really shows your character. You know, if you can maneuver through it. But let's keep it moving.
I just trust God. I trust God in this process. So, yeah, if y'all know any people that's hiring, let me know. But yeah, your girl got.
She'll take anything now. And that's bad, guys. That's absolutely bad because the job or the career becomes like your slave owner. It becomes your boss, literally. You know, because now I don't know how much she was making, but if you're just looking for any job, now you're gonna settle. You're going to settle. So a lot of people are working jobs and they're putting in years with these companies and not really building something outside the company. They're building the company up, you know. But let's keep it moving.
Fire today, so it's crazy. It's crazy. Manager was like, "Oh yeah, a client emailed at 10 a.m. and you didn't respond till 4 p.m." And I was like, "Okay, but what about who never respond to a client?" I'm CC'd on some calls and she's
You can't compare yourself to others first and
never
foremost. You can't. You don't know what the other person is doing. They could tell you they never respond to anybody. People can tell you anything, and they out the whole time they're outdoing you. That's why you shouldn't worry about other people and what coworker one is doing. Worry about yourself. Let's keep it moving.
I literally just had to email myself something because I was like, I still have access to my computer right now, and I was like, still hasn't responded to a client, and they ask
Coworker one.
for numbers by the end of the week. It's Friday at 7 p.m.
They're probably gonna, and if they're probably gonna get fired too. 9 times out of 10. You shouldn't worry about other people.
I'm praying to God that I will find something soon, something quick, but that's been my Friday. Other than that, I feel relieved. I don't feel stressed anymore. Like, my skin this week was so red because I was so, like, stressed. And I was like, if I was any more fair skinned, you would see the blush on my cheeks. That's how much I was stressing to get things done in the way that she wanted me to. I'm like, I'm AYAHNA. I'm not her, and I'm not going to work like her.
And if a job doesn't fit your characteristics and you don't love doing what you're doing, you can't make good money, then, you know, this was the right outcome, you know. Nobody should be micromanaged, you know. Managers shouldn't do that. But they do, you know, especially if you're a brother, you know, or whatever. You know, especially they like micromanaging brothers, you know, because they assume that we're not doing what we're supposed to do. But let's keep it moving.
It hasn't been necessarily 24 hours since I got fired, but I've had some time to sleep on it, and, you know, I can't say that I didn't know this was coming. I kind of filmed my reaction after it all happened. I can't say I'm not surprised. That work environment was so toxic. It was so toxic from the moment that I started. And while it's sad to be unemployed and now have to, like, be back in this job market, and then I don't even know how, like, being fired works on your record. Like,
welcome to the real world. A lot of people are gonna come back to the real world, and they're gonna figure out that the way they've been doing things for years or a lifetime wasn't the right way, and they don't have the money that they need to retire. And winter is here, like Kevin Samuel said. So this is all I got for this video. If you guys want to go to this content creator, her YouTube link will be in the description below. And I'm going to holler at you guys on the next video. Alright, love you.